Hello, hi, I'm Richard Campbell, and welcome to our first live show of Peanuts for Pensioners. In this monthly show, we will be looking at the day-to-day issues and challenges UK pensioners struggle to overcome. We will primarily be looking at issues here in the UK, but pensioners and retirees across the world have similar concerns. Before we get going, I want to mention that we invite you to be part of the show by commenting in below with any questions you may have. So here we go. Prices on everyday items continue to rise at an alarming rate, and many pensioners have no means to increase their pensions. Here in the UK, the maximum state pension is £119 a week, which is roughly $143 a week. The largest costs are food and energy. It is estimated that food alone for a single person is about £43, roughly $52 a week. And other energy, gas, and electricity in the order of £50 to £60, which is about $60 to $73 this winter. In today's program, we will take a look at food and energy. Many pensioners consider keeping warm and going without food. In that order is what they think they have to do. According to various sources, there is a dramatic increase in the number of pensioners going to food banks. So I decided to check in with the head of our local food bank to see if this is true. Well, let's take a look at my interview with Steve Drew at our local Corsham Church food bank.
I would say by at least 80 or 90%. And it really started as a result of COVID, when those of us who were over 70 were told we had to stay at home. So we had a lot of calls from people who couldn't do their shopping, which we did some of that for them, but also needed food. We're self-isolating, so we provided a lot to older people and delivered it too during COVID. And it's continued, but it's grown more in the last 12 months, I think, because of rising food prices. 3 times a year, we do a special pack. And that's before the Christmas holiday, that's the Christmas school holiday, Easter holiday, and summer holiday. And this started way back in something like 2014, 2015, when we recognized that people whose children had free school meals weren't getting meals during the holiday. So we set up to provide food for them to help them during the holiday. And although this free school meal situation has changed since then, we still do this. And this last Easter, a couple of weeks ago, we provided food for 102 families, which in Corsham is a lot. Corsham is quite a prosperous place, mostly,
yes,
but there are real pockets of need, and not always where you might think there was a need, was going to be a need. So, we packed 520 bags of food 3 weeks ago, which we delivered to schools mostly. Just to finish that, so we managed to get a lot of food together for that pack, but we still had to spend £2,200 on things that we didn't have enough of.
Well, year-on-year price increases for groceries hit an all-time high of 18.8% in the 4 weeks to March the 19th. The price of eggs, milk, cheese, and butter are the fastest rising items. The cost of butter has doubled. Milk is up 40%, and eggs are up more than 32%. These are considered the most staple items. Many of the fresh food prices will come down marginally with freshly grown crops. Processed foods remain high with the cost of energy, but as one could see on the graph, higher food prices, unfortunately, are here to stay. That shows you what the general consumer is faced with. But between food and bills, that's 70% of the pension already gone. And pensioners are faced with other various bills, and most other services and goods are going up between 10 and 12%. As you can see, things are extremely tight for us pensioners. And what are we meant to do? If you have any food saving tips or ways to stretch each penny, we would love to hear from you. So feel free to comment in below. We leave it there for a moment while we have a throw to a quick commercial break. And on our return, I'm going to take a look at energy costs here in the UK. Stay tuned.
I have lived 1,000 lives.
Are you feeling okay?
I am every one of them, and they are me. I have been the future she fought for, and the future they dreamed about. I have restarted hearts and resuscitated hope. I have been newfound strength. I have been John's second first step, and I have been the present in someone's past. I am midnight and the morning light. I have moulded amputees into athletes. I am the pupil, the teacher, the leader. Don't just live your life, live 1,000 lives. We are the NHS. We are recruiting now. Search NHS Careers.
Do you know what? It can be dangerous, all those tools and wobbly ladders. But what about the stuff we can't see? Asbestos could be in any home built or refurbished from the 50s till as late as just before 2000. And it shows up where you wouldn't expect, around boilers, behind tiles, even in some old paints. And if disturbed, it's a killer. So before you wade in, take 5 and stay alive. Go to take5andstayalive.com for your free asbestos guide. It could be the most important 5 minutes of your life.
Hi, and welcome back to Peanuts for Pensioners. I'm your host, Richard Campbell. Thanks for joining the show today. Before the commercial break, I looked at the rising cost of food here in the UK. Now I will be taking a look where we are on energy, which includes electricity and gas. This is one of the most serious problems for both consumers and industry. The energy prices are high in the UK, but certainly not the highest in Europe. They may start to come down as wholesale prices begin falling. One of the problems is that energy suppliers forward buy. What does forward buy mean? It means that they are currently buying for supply next year right now. As you can see, in December of 2022, wholesale prices rose to a record high. Domestic electricity prices increased 218% in 8 months. We do not know what the Ofgem regulator will do this coming July. We can see from this next graph how the price of gas has accelerated to dramatic heights. Domestic prices jumped from about 3.5 pence per kilowatt to a price of 10.7 to 15 pence, which is an increase of 369%. This is why many pensioners can no longer afford to heat their homes appropriately. The recommended temperatures for older people is 18 degrees in the bedroom and 21 degrees in the living area. Some are not maintaining that at all. When energy prices shot up, many small suppliers went out of business as they had fixed price contracts with the customers, and energy was costing more than they were contracted to supply it at. Consequently of that is the way the government a way to cover the loss of these companies failing was to be included in what we, the consumer, pays. This is grossly unfair, as consumers were not involved in the losses. What do you think? Comment in below, as I would love to hear your opinions on this topic. With both electricity and gas, there is a standing charge. This amount varies by supplier, but it amounts to in excess of £200 gas and electricity per year, no matter whether you use any fuel or not. I was told by my member of parliament that it covers the cost of reading the meter, preparing the bill, supporting the infrastructure to your property, etc. Most people now have smart meters. So where are these meter readers? Why should we be paying for bill preparation? Everything is computerized now. I've lived in the same property for 45 years, and there has been no infrastructure changes during that time. So why are we paying for an outdated, unfair system that should be abolished, as it nets the industry and several £billion a year? Just to sum up, many older people only heat one room and have their heating on for a couple of hours a day, watching television dressed up in coats and blankets. If you are struggling to keep warm, there are many churches, clubs, and public buildings that are providing a warm space where people can go for a few hours. So make sure to call your local council to find out more information on where these locations are. Many of these places also offer coffee, tea, and soup. However, this is not a nice way to spend your final years in your older age. What do you think? Comments in, as I would love to hear your thoughts. You can also email peanutsforpensioners@gmail.com. Our next program will take a look at what support systems are out there to help pensioners and some solutions to the issues we covered today. Thank you for tuning in, and please like and share this show with your family and friends, and to subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channels. Thank you very much for coming today.